Well, Mr. Johnny Boy, 24 hours ago, we were lucky enough to commentate on this exact semi-final in the first North American regional here in Copenhagen. And while Rebellion won it, we were a little bit down on them. NA have proven that we were wrong to be down on them because they are showing up. Here is game one, brought to you by Progressive.
Yeah, they knew themselves after. I don't think they were proud of the semi-final performance when they beat Redacted yesterday. But now they've got a chance to just continue where they left off yesterday in the grand final. They were a totally different team. They looked like a dominant force and sort of the force that we'd expect with these players on the pitch. Oh, forget about Rebellion though. Hold on a second. Redacted. They're the team who have been the story of the day. First killer gives it away. And Wavy punishes him with a double.
There you go, straight away. Redacted building on their momentum from earlier, and this entire kickoff LAN is turning into an advert for Two-Piece, Talk, and Wavy. Someone signed them. They are looking like they could be the first team to win a tournament unsigned since Peeps. Way back in DreamHack.
Insane. Cool. Yeah, before the open era even began. We've not seen this.
Was that 2019, the DreamHacks?
2019 indeed, yeah. It's crazy. Oh, what a save. Great shot as well, coming the way of Rebellion. Now the bump lands, and that's opened the door for First Killer to tie the game. Colford is running interference. Look at him in the net with no boost, but it doesn't matter. He's able to circle back around and completely block Two-Piece.
Yeah, frustrating one there for Redacted. Two-Piece thought he had it. Kofa made sure he did not. And yesterday it was so close in the end. Shopify Rebellion needing the last couple of games in a row in order to take that one. It was looking like it was going to be Redacted, and since then, of course, Redacted took a huge victory earlier. And that's 1-1 in this one. Both teams have warmed up well, already looking like a higher quality of series than we saw pretty much through the entirety of yesterday. As LJ steals that 100, and Talk goes forward. Talk has been huge joining these two players, massive for them.
Yeah, Talk's just scored his, I think, greatest ever RLCS goal in the previous series. Wavy scored his greatest ever RLCS goal in the previous series. They're peaking at the right time. Just a couple of matches away from auto-quality to Boston.
Nice.
What a goal! The team play mid-pass landed for Redacted.
And it's brave as well. There were defenders there. The temptation for Two-Piece to go solo off the backboard saw Wavy, but First Killer and LJ are both trying to track that one, but the shot was too powerful. And the OG Rebellions were able to get it past their new ones.
This is already a different look than yesterday. We're getting more goals. We're getting much more in the way of aggression as well. Yesterday was a timid series from these two teams. Not so far. They've been willing to take risks, and for all the neutral fans and all of the new Redacted fans, as I'm sure they are gaining many with their performances today, they'll be delighted to see that. Not only are we getting successful gameplay, game wins, we're getting goals, Skull. They're flying in, they're up 3-1.
Every time we see a pass from Redacted, we know they're gonna have a player on the end of it. Look at that from Talk.
Wow.
The deftest of touches, and Wavy already up. The speed of communication from these three, so impressive. And this new Rebellion roster are gonna have to introspect again. But this is how it went yesterday against Redacted. You know, Redacted did take games, they did score goals. Rebellion were able to slowly but surely choke the life out of them. What you don't want to do is go behind early again for Rebellion, because you have to remember that Redacted, they are playing on the crest of a wave right now. They are absolutely at the peak of their confidence.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You know, the initial match against Novo, most of the scene looks at that as quite a close matchup. Oh my days, what a bump. Hold on a sec. We'll come back to that in a moment. LJ has just bumped absolutely everyone out of there. He's got a combo. Just a nice little buy one, get one free.
What a perfect bump that is. Well done, Rebellion. So again, the aggressive players will get them back into it, but they still find themselves one goal behind. Do they have anything from the kickoff? It's lost towards Kofa. Kofa, who definitely seems to be frustrating Redacted's defense. Talk up against First Killer, another huge knock away. Rebellion seem to have one target in mind, Johnny, and that is sweep Redacted off the pitch at every given opportunity.
Yeah, Redacted have not been too susceptible to that. They have had really good defense today, helping each other out. Doing a good job with low boost positions as well. They're in one of those right now as they have to defend a couple of air dribbles, I'm sure. Plenty more where those come from when you're up against Rebellion. You know, we're trying to talk earlier on about the expected run for Redacted today. You know, even the most optimistic fans thought that it would end against NIP. The whole desk predicted NIP, and they swept them. Now they've got a chance to beat Rebellion as well and really put together one of the most crazy Cinderella runs in Rocket League LAN history.
First kill is almost dunked there by Wavy. Does get away with it for now though. LJ has Talk and 2-piece bumping each other, but does well to keep the ball shepherded into that corner and take the boost. There's a shot from Kofa. LJ still refusing to let Talk get a clean touch on the ball. Something Rebellion are doing well is not letting Redacted out their own half when they get it there. They are making sure to keep the attack going, and Redacted though are seeing signs of counter-attacks. A lovely touch there from 2-piece. Almost got the flip reset. First clear towards the goal, had to get the next touch. And now Kofa can counter. He shoots it quickly. LJ into that corner. Rebellion, to me, looking the more likely to get the 6th goal in this game if there is one.
I still like what I'm seeing from Redacted, though, at the same time. It's been, you know, a lively performance from Rebellion. They knew that what they're up against today. They've seen what Redacted have been doing. You know, sweeping a team like NIP is going to get the attention of the entire Rocket League scene. And I'm sure Rebellion came in with full respect to their opponents, but knowledge has only had the ball. So he skims it to the backboard, it bounces down, he reads it the whole way and rebounds it in.
That is such a delicious read there from Talk. Reading that half volley on the angle while dodging first killer. He had so many angles to navigate there, and he's done them all. First killer's turn. Try and match that. Here he is, gets the dunk at the end of it and the bump on Talk. But Talk had 2-piece to help out. And Redacted have their 2-goal advantage back. Rebellion try to prod the ball across the goal line. It's not going to work. Kofa with a flip reset. He's been good this game, but again, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's
Redacted aren't one-hit wonders. They can defend as well, Johnny.
Yeah, it really isn't a bad game for Rebellion. They've just been outplayed. Redacted are playing an unbelievable level. Talk's trying to add even more goals to the already impressive tally. Just a couple more touches and they'll make it across the line in game 1.
Yeah, Talk looks like he's going to be able to steal the last few seconds to give his team the opening win in this best of 7. Still a long way away from a grand final.
We've been trying to build up the funds. I don't think, I'll be honest, Cole, I don't think we can afford these guys.
No, I hope not.
I think they might be a little bit too expensive with the run they're currently putting together.
I hope not. Well, game 2, let's see if they can keep it going, because remember, there is a first killer, a Kofa, and an LJ on the other team that will not like the amount that we're currently talking about Redacted. LJ, we know what he's capable of mechanically, but he's slow there, and Redacted make him look slow. First killer clears as far as Kofa. And I think in the first game, it was Rebellion that actually shaded the aggression. Early door second game, Redacted going for a few of their own.
Yeah, I really like just everything we're seeing from Redacted. A nice drive challenge in the back corner there from Wavy. They're making the smart plays. They're not just popping off mechanically every now and then. They've got the structure as well. We talked a lot in their previous match about the wide angles they're using in attack. They're getting players over on the far side of the box. Nice save there by 2-piece. And you can look out for that from both teams here. LJ double taps in the first goal. Redacted could not survive. 2-piece did well, but he needed some more help.
Yeah, you can already see the power on that first touch from LJ. As soon as he hit that and following it through as well. Stunning double. You know, these doubles are bread and butter now for these pro players, but they can still hit them a little bit more slowly. They can get the angles slightly wrong and have to readjust their car and lose that 1% of their pace. LJ's touch there lost him nothing. Is he going to go again? If he can warm up, Rebellion would really appreciate that today as Kofa goes into a 50-50 with Wavy. Rebellion, I think, will be happy just to take a lead here, to remind themselves that they are, in theory, the premium team. Starting to look like it in game 2. LJ, fakes out the defender. That's more like it from Rebellion.
Oh, LJ is just cooking him right now. First of all with the mechanics, and now with the mind games. Wavy gets sent to the shops, and they're down by 2.
And he waves Wavy goodbye as he flings himself past that goal. And that should wake Rebellion up a little bit. Remember, the last game was their first of the day, whereas Redacted were coming in hot, so it's understandable that Rebellion would find it slightly more difficult to ease themselves into this best of 7. But those excuses aren't here anymore for Rebellion. From here, very much playing it on hard mode. LJ and Kofa, the two of them, both doing a different job there to make sure that ball belonged to them. As Talk goes to the side, up against Kofa. It's a decent 50-50 for Kofa, losing it to LJ, who definitely seems to be the man that's come most alive for Rebellion. But as I say that, out of nothing, how has 2-piece dug that out?
What a shot by 2-piece. He dispossesses one, And he hard reads the clear. Puts it over Farskiller's head. Farskiller had no idea a shot was coming his way there. They've responded quickly, Redacted within one.
Yeah, I was wondering if Rebellion were going to be able to take control of this one and slow it down a little bit, but after that touch from two-piece, suddenly they're going to have to be playing some more standard Rocket League as Farskiller goes into the center. Maybe past one of them, Kofa is able to, again, take a touch defensively. Last time they tried this, though, Redacted punished them. Talk finds two-piece, he almost has a clean shot, but there's a quick defense there from LJ.
Oh, nice play on the ground by Wavy. Fakes one, 50s another. Fortunately for Rebellion, they did have the player who's taking over this game, LJ, waiting in the wings. Redacted are circling again, and looking like a world-class team with the way they apply pressure. It's just so impressive to see this team putting a performance like this up. Not many months after two-piece and Wavy bombed out of the World Championship play-in. It just shows that one change out in a player like Talk, the new spark in the team, can really turn things around. Is that in? It is in. Defender couldn't get back in time. Farskiller puts a dunk on target. And yeah, it was Wavy. Had to dodge a bump. That's what put him out of position.
Yeah, Farskiller on the board and Rebellion are playing with a lot more confidence than they were. You were saying that, you know, they bring in Talk and suddenly they look this way, but it's also the confidence that you build up from one or two moments going your way, one or two mechanical outplays going in instead of hitting the crossbar. Redacted continue to ride that confidence, but Rebellion have given themselves a foothold here, and LJ is at the forefront of it. That second touch was almost there. Kofa has to wait, has to show a little bit of patience. He was the best player in the first game, Rebellion's. This second one has definitely belonged to LJ. But that's okay for Rebellion. You know, trading carries, that's what this team need to do in order to win this tournament again like they did yesterday.
And that two-piece scorer of the only goal for Redacted in this game. Gonna get more pressure for his team. Oh, Talk's got to be careful there, running right into an angry Farskiller. Wavy in front of the plate, thinking about getting some bumps. But they're not overdoing it right now, Redacted. They're just being patient. They know that there's still plenty of time to make the comeback happen.
And also what they don't want to do is concede one or two more. And suddenly you're looking at a 5-1 loss and things very quickly can start to look dire. They have overcommitted there. You talk about them showing some patience. Can Farskiller's touch find its way to the goal nearly? So Redacted to get away with that one, and they might do more than that. Kofa actually fakes out Wavy. In complete control of the situation, I'm sure. Has LJ to pass to, but LJ had no boost, so Talk had to go up early because he knew that LJ behind him was going for a bump. Farskiller wants to put this one on target, not able to do so. So, 1 minute, Redacted need 2. Rebellion continuing to attack.
Yeah, now they do need to take those risks. They do need to leave someone up front for a physical play or a pass. Just some kind of play that can catch Rebellion off guard. But Rebellion are playing this one out beautifully. Back pass. Oh, hold on. It was going all well, and then suddenly it looked like they might have been in trouble for a moment there. Nice block by Talk. Redacted with just over 30 seconds to go.
Farskiller needs to get a clean 50 here and lose it completely. Two-piece breaks through the defenses. Is there anyone there to help them out? It's Wavy, nearly there. Kofa's out the game now, though, and Talk has boost to play with up against Farskiller, who gets it to the side, and maybe that was Redacted's last chance in this second game. Remember, these two went to all 7 games yesterday, so don't be surprised to see some close ones. Double opens it up. There is Talk. I thought Redacted were running out of time, but they're too fast for that.
Two-piece with 2 demos. Unfortunately, Wavy didn't play that. See, I think he was hitting the bar, but he cleverly left it for his teammate. And with 11 seconds to work with, Redacted fake the kickoff. Talk's on it. Low 50, two-piece hunted Farskiller. Wavy's gonna have a chance.
Chasing him down, couldn't quite get him on that occasion. Two-piece does have boost though. Can he get control of it? He'll be out to 0 seconds if he does. He's got the catch. Gets the flick. Talk. Something's gonna be too slow though. LJ gets him into the corner. Wavy keeps it up. Can't do too much more for now. Two pieces on this one. Farskiller just watches him let it hit the floor. Rebellion will just be happy to have stemmed the momentum of Redacted. It doesn't matter how you win that first game. Just get one. Remind Redacted that they're mortal. Because, you know, even after losing that game, Wavy was laughing, Wavy was smiling. You know, they have to wipe those smiles off the Redacted faces. The Redacted have started better again from the kickoff in Game 3. Looking to continue how they began. Could be a doink opportunity for Farskiller. I love that goal so much, Johnny. I am in love. This is why you don't dodge. Look at Farskiller here. Look, the ball's flat. Jump. Just jump, and then he's there to turn around.
I think he even. He might have just driven through that.
It might have been a no jump
doink self pass.
Love it.
Never thought you'd see that, would you, Cole?
No, you take over. I'm just smiling for a second.
All right, Redacted up against an in-form Rebellion. There's no doubt about that now. Yes, they're able to dominate game one, but Rebellion dominated the grand final yesterday. Now they're here to play. Oh, crossbar denies two-piece. That was close. And they're just looking to find a way through here, but the back pass brings two-piece into an awkward position. He did well.
Yeah, he did do very well not to get dunked there. First killer saw that he had a clear path towards the opponent's goal if he could have got anything on that ball, so two-piece had to be careful. That didn't happen, and now he's in. A better angle. Dunked this time, though. Talk picks up the pieces, goes to the ceiling, bounces off the ceiling, and nearly slings his hook towards that Rebellion goal. So after going behind, Redacted playing it very well, looking dangerous. Wavy again, a clean 50, two-piece backwards for some reason, desperate to come in. It's a bit scrappy, but Redacted on top at the moment.
The Redacted are really testing Rebellion here. Rebellion have had boost, but they've not had momentum, and they can't get goal side of it. Talk dunks it in. It's bounced off the ceiling and down faster than Rebellion can react to.
Isn't that how they beat Nip as well? In the third game, I'm pretty sure it was Talk getting a 50-50 to the ceiling that bounced down. Is that something he's been practicing?
Well, you know, getting over the top of the challenge is definitely something he's going for there. It's a planned play. He's trying to get it up over the defender cleanly. But yeah, Rebellion, they've been very good at managing their boost, but they kind of looked stuck in the mud there for a long time.
The fact that Redacted had got themselves into a bit of trouble in the attack, and, you know, they were backwards and they should be forwards, and still came away from scoring a goal, shows that Redacted are capable of digging themselves out of tough positions when it's going away from them, and this is definitely going their way. Talk gets the catch from the ceiling. Kofa tracked it well. Kofa, who's been relegated to defending for the last couple of minutes or so. Here's Wavy, LJ, huge block, great read.
Yeah, once more, it's Redacted outpacing Rebellion. They're the team coming in flow, full speed. Rebellion having to start from a standstill. First killer's ended up underneath the ball. He's only able to knock it towards his own goal, but two-piece centered it a bit too quick. Nobody could get there.
Yeah, it's a big demo from Kofa, but that is not where Rebellion want Kofa making those demos. They want him in front of the ball. They want him sweeping a path away from them so they can keep attacking the opposition goal. Two-piece takes it slowly. Kofa's bumped out the game, but does get the 100 boost, so he goes for the dunk. It's not quite there, but all Talk can do is tee up LJ. Now we have Kofa going for the attacks. Now we have maybe a Rebellion player here to put it away, and that is the ingredients of a perfect Rebellion goal.
LJ, like, delayed the reset here. He wanted Wavy in the air. He delayed his reset long enough that Wavy thinks, I can go up and challenge this. Then comes the reset and the outplay to set up the open net. So Rebellion, they've had a lot of defending to do in this game, but clinical finishing's the difference.
Ooh, nice kickoff there from Rebellion, and LJ will steal that boost. So puts Redacted on the back foot for the start. They have got it at least into blue territory for now. Kofa can't quite get the double that he was after. Actually ended up getting 2 extra touches on that ball. LJ goes for a musty. Wavy pushes it to the side, but Rebellion feeling more themselves. Yet again, Kofa takes the pace off the ball so it doesn't bounce too far back into his own half. LJ, via a bump, gets something on it. Rebellion looking stronger, looking more comfortable now, even though Redacted have been putting on a lot of pressure. Rebellion have just began to slow them down, and that's what happened yesterday until, just as I say that, Wavy gets a free touch.
Look at this from Talk. He just fakes out the play. First killer thought it was a 50. Talk's just stolen the boost, and then he's driven away and let First killer center the ball to Wavy. So smart from Talk there. He knew that if he 50'd it, it wasn't likely to bounce in a favorable place. What's better is just to leave the ball and let Rebellion outplay themselves.
I think what's so good about this performance for Redacted is that sometimes you see this with a team that wasn't particularly fancied, but, you know, they're popping off. You know, they're playing brilliantly, they're scoring crazy goals, and you think, wow, you're not going to do this again tomorrow, but enjoy
not
it.
Sustainable, but well, congratulations.
This is so clean, this is so sustainable. You know, Talk slow down there. That's intelligence as well as mechanics they're showing. Yeah,
and it's exactly what we've been seeing all day. The style of play that Redacted are relying on for goals, the mind games and the team plays.
Look at that again.
You know, they've got a real full package here that's, like you said, looking sustainable. It looks like they could do this all day, and they're even removing the mistakes. Earlier on against NIP, they had some mistakes. Against Novo as well, some mistakes. They're giving away cheap goals. Not seeing that anymore. They're actually improving on their consistency as the day goes on.
Rebellion remain at 2-2. Possible to break the deadlock anytime they come forwards. This one on a knife's edge as Kofa puts it around the corner. Talk was waiting for his touch. Again, good intelligent approach there from Redact, and the recovery speeds from Talk as well. Really, really high level stuff. Wavy has Kofa in front of him. Kofa was waiting for it. Great play from Kofa. First killer has LJ in the center. Can he find him nearly there? LJ showing good patience here, Rebellion. It must be tempting to try and blitz their opponents, but they know that will not work.
Yeah, they definitely know that now. I think, you know, coming into the tournament, they probably fancied themselves as the faster, more mechanical team, but there doesn't look like there's a mechanical advantage for Rebellion in this matchup today. Kofa, dangerous. LJ, we've seen dangerous first killer. I mean, goes without saying, they're all dangerous players.
Kofa's going to be able to take this one cleanly. He goes high. Plenty of boost left in the tank. Does he use the ceiling? No, instead floats towards the ball. Then he resets. There's the change of pace. Here's the second reset. Talk was tracking it all the way. Huge overtime in this gauntlet.
I love the delayed resets out of Rebellion. They scored a goal earlier with LJ delaying a reset. Kofa almost got one there as well. And now here comes Wavy. So many drive challenges in the back corner for Redacted. I absolutely love to see that. Very underrated move you guys can take into your own games back home. And it's going to come from midfield play. We've established the rotations. Who's going to come out on top?
Here's Wavy. This might be the moment his team come out on top. Kofa gets to save. Has to get a decent 50 here as well against two-piece. It was a little bit towards his own goal, but first killer was there, so all part of the plan as Talk takes this touch in front of himself. First killer's already there to the ceiling. Trying to let Redacted have any time on the ball at all right now, Rebellion. Maybe this is a moment where they're thinking, we can up this pace. We can dictate this game. That's a good block there from LJ. It was risky, and then a big demo as well. Plenty of space to play with now for Kofa. Goes for the double tap, but perfectly touched there. Out wide by Wavy. LJ's touch is only in the center, and Redacted are happy to come away with it.
Yeah, the game's on a knife edge. The series is on a knife edge at the moment. Single elimination, one spot in the grand final on this side of the bracket. The guaranteed NA team. We all thought it would be Rebellion if an NA team made the final from this side of the bracket, but Redacted are putting up a world-class performance, announcing themselves to the world as a new contender. Rebellion favored in this position.
Yeah, that's a scary block there from Wavy, but it was timed to perfection. He had a player right behind him, cut across, but it was the correct decision. And it was called quickly enough, but led to no issues defensively. So Rebellion had to go again. LJ finally is able to really start to spring that trap. Talk. And he go into the 50-50. LJ is there, Wavy and two-piece over that same ball. It's happening once or twice here for Redacted, starting to me to look a little bit shaky defensively, but still getting away with it for now. Rebellion prodding, Rebellion poking, waiting for their moment.
Yeah, Wavy's got 100. Talk, even with no boost, still able to get involved. There is Wavy, using all of his boost to try and get something going, but Rebellion are coming out on top of these exchanges. They're just playing a little bit more efficiently at the moment.
Oh, he's past one, he's past two, nearly past the third, but Rebellion and had to go back for boosts. Two pieces turn, maybe Redacted can finally break free, but it's only as far as LJ. Talk tries to push it towards Wavy. Kofa was already waiting for that one, gets a couple of touches. Wavy, again, a risky touch, two-piece. Pushes it to the side. Redacted seem to have survived this wave of pressure. That's a bit of a heavy touch there from LJ. Makes something good from it, though. Then almost over the top of Wavy. Redacted making a good final touch every time, but they're getting trickier, they're getting riskier. And that's a good slowdown from First Killer. Wants to put that one forward. It's not quite there in the corner.
Yeah, they needed a challenge there. Redacted just got a piece on it. They look like they've lost the momentum in this series, at least for now. They've had their moments, but Rebellion looks stronger in OT.
Oh, nearly there, LJ. Took one piece out of two piece, but he had 50% left, and now Talk tries to fake out Kofa. Wavy high. He's got boost this time. Redacted coming back into it, wants to get this dunk. It falls to two piece. He picks his spot. It's just wide. That could have been it.
That should have been it. I like that he shot it low. It made it impossible for the defenders, but he misses the target, and now LJ with a chance the other way. Two-piece stuffs it. Best chance of the game. Redacted couldn't take it.
First Killer flicks. Talk was waiting for that one. Talk's been pretty quiet in this overtime for Redacted. It's mainly been about Wavy and two-piece, so waiting for him to get involved. He might not need to, though, as Wavy is dancing it forwards. Two-piece underneath it, pushes it into the center again, but it's risky. That's what's been happening this entire overtime. Surely Rebellion punished them this time, but that from Kofa is rushed.
Yeah, that was a big mistake there by Redacted. They made a snap call to just play the ball there. with 2 players. They both had to go immediately, but you can't both go. Not in that situation. Get away with it though. And now they've got Rebellion on defense again. Oh,
Whoa,
lovely touch by Talk. It's not panned out in their favor. And that was exquisite to watch.
Yeah, that was right at the end of his car. Must have been the final pixels to generate that much pace from that position. Eventually it goes to Kofa. Oh, there's a demo there from First Killer. 2-piece underneath this one, no boost. Kofa has all the time in the world, but now he gets too much power on it. And Talk on the counter. Does he have his teammate below him? Does he need him? He tries to get it around the corner. Wavy was waiting. Redacted have pressure, but they don't have their goal.
Well, both teams know they really need to push to get a goal in this matchup. Both teams play defending so well, but they're pushing themselves to the absolute limit, and they're almost getting caught out because of that. As we approach the double time, 5-minute OT. And it's been a nail-biter.
Redacted who, even after losing a game, even after conceding goals, have been smiling, laughing amongst themselves, not taking it too seriously, at least in a negative sense, are really going to feel it if they lose this game.
Yeah, it's a good chance there. I like the 50 game out of Redacted as we do pass 5 minutes in OT. LJ's not getting challenged. Somebody's got to go! Oh! The crossbar to the rescue for Redacted. LJ almost 1v3'd them.
How on earth have they survived? But Kofa goes again. He flicks it over one. 2-piece to the side. First Killer's turn. To the ceiling. Wants the backboard touch. The Redacted defending well, and now Wavy tries to punish them. Tries to take them by surprise. LJ gets it to the side. Talk's already there waiting. Has no boost, so can't do too much. LJ. The goal is Mercy, but 2-piece is there.
Can you believe we're only in game 3 of a best of 7? These guys are giving it everything. Both have come so close to scoring. I feel like it's more important for Redacted to get this one. Losers of game 2. They cannot give Rebellion an easy way out.
Talk's already up there, had 2-piece behind him. Tracking it all the way. That was a decent pass there towards LJ, but Wavy dunks him. Wavy now has a chance. He's got some boost. It's raced 2 by First Killer. Talk against LJ. Leaves it to LJ. 2-piece is already up, so Redacted not pushing too many men forward right now. First Killer's done some great work to not lose that 50-50. I've got no idea which way this is going. For 25 seconds, it's all Rebellion, and for the next 30, it's Redacted. Both teams are having turns of pressure. But so far, we're still yet to find that real, unmissable, clear-cut chance.
Yeah, over 6 minutes of overtime. Inseparable. And we had so many goals before this OT in every single game. And that's how Rocket League goes sometimes. You finally get into OT and both teams defend too well for the other to have a chance. But here's a big chance. What a pass!
Oh, what a save.
LJ denied. That was massive for Rebellion. And Redacted survive again.
Yeah, lovely effort there from Rebellion. The shot wasn't bad either, but it was well saved. Kofa to the double, doesn't get it. 2-piece has to just hop to nowhere. All Redacted players are low on boost. Kofa tries to find First Killer, who's
somewhere
way back, getting boost or something. Yeah, I think he's just chilling at the boost store. His card was being declined. He was like, come on, I need to get back to the game. He got it eventually. Now the game does continue. 2-piece around the corner. Talk waiting for it. Wins this 50. Takes out an opponent as well. Wavy has this one completely to himself. We need a spark from an individual. With the third men being this defensive, an individual solo play seems most likely because there's always someone defending the infield pass.
Look at that. Wavy again on the far side. He's been demoed though. First Killer misses his double. 2-piece was ready for that. Reset. Pass one. Kofa with the goal line save.
Yeah, Kofa was with the goal line save, but I think the demo went for the wrong player. If he'd gone for Kofa, the flip reset was already over the first man. Instead, he tried to bump the first man. So double jeopardy there on the Rebellion defense. Wavy has only got 30. Lets this one roll. Look, all 3 Rebellion players in blue territory, waiting for this ball to come back to them. The Data can afford to take it slowly. They can afford to build up their boost reservoirs.
8 minutes overtime in game 3.
Oh,
and now the crossbar saves Rebellion. The shots are getting absolutely drilled near the net. That was a great attempt. But Redacted will have to wait just a little bit longer.
Make your predictions, everybody. Will we reach the fabled 10 minutes? 2 extra games of Rocket League is always what everyone wants to see at this point, but Wavy doesn't. And Talk's right there. Talk to the backboard. This is the opportunity. Great defending, Kofa. 2-piece though, with a chance to skim it. LJ's back.
2-piece still staying active though. Rebellion are stuck in the mud. They've not got no momentum.
Oh, there's no one there.
Redacted have got a great chance. So ceiling double by Talk with the reset. Backboards into 2-piece. And Kofa's there to defend.
Yeah, but Wavy keeps the attack going. This could be Redacted's chance. They have to avoid overcommitting though. Wavy gets the wave dash. Can't do anything with the ball though. LJ takes all the time in the world in the corner. Such confidence from him. This key moment. First Killer waits. Kofa right behind him. Rebellion pretty starved at the moment. Only LJ had anything real to play with. First killer with nothing. Has to keep an eye on Talk in the air. Kofa catches. A couple of demos coming in. A trade, I think it was. Seemed like 2 booms.
Past 9 minutes in overtime as well. And still, we continue. Redacted have had the ball in the Rebellion end for almost the entire last minute. They've had so many chances. Now Wavy with a pre-jump, trying to come in with a super unexpected angle. That's bold.
That's what we need. We need some bravery and bravado from these brilliant players to be the first grand finalists in the kickoff gauntlet. Kofa could be that man. He goes to the backboard, wants to force it downwards. LJ's up here. He's taking a risk because Talk gets it past him. First killer all alone, does not want to get dunked. Avoids that first. LJ doesn't have much boost, but he has got the quality. He's got the ability to find first killer. Here's Kofa. Real chance! Kofa takes it! 9 minutes, 46 seconds. Kofa says enough.
What a pass down by LJ, and then the speed of first killer to beat the defense by a pixel. Win. You know, it's not a major, it's not a big LAN, but it is a LAN, so it still counts, and I'm sure it would do wonders for the confidence of the winners moving forward into the majors and into Worlds later in the year.
So let's see, that's the prize for all these players, and the prize for Rebellion as well. Let's not forget, his first killer goes up, a man so desperate to get rid of the 2 second places monkey off of his back. As Wavy goes forwards, Redacted have to dust themselves off. The tactical timeout use perfection there after losing that one. You certainly want to take the time to just clear your nerves, stop your hands shaky and get back into it. Oh, what a touch!
That was close.
Is that a doink again?
I think he skimmed it at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Redacted almost caught out with it. Well, I mean, they were caught out, but luckily the crossbar had them. Now the post to the rescue for Rebellion. A lot of posts and a lot of crossbars here, but I don't think it's necessarily been bad shooting. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you think, well, that's just an unnecessary crossbar.
Yeah.
Anything under it is a goal, but with the way that the teams are defended, you need to shoot perfectly. Oh, that was close.
So near, and yet so far. Nearly. 2-piece will go again over first killer, not quite. I was going to say, with regards to pointless posts and crossbars, I've seen plenty of Rebellion streams that have included many of various rosters.
You don't need to be watching to hear that that's happening. Oftentimes in quick succession.
You can hear the pipes clanging all the way on the official stream. First killer has no boost, so he gets it as far as he can, but Kofa, lovely touch from him, skins it along, wants to follow it. Tried pre-flipping into the ball there. Good touch from first killer. Rebellion looking slightly stronger here in game number 4 as first killer nearly pushes that one into the Redacted goal. LJ's turn this time. Something we've sort of been rare in seeing, this sustained pressure from Rebellion, where they just look like they could score with any punch forwards.
You know, I do think if one thing is to be said about the way that the series is trending.
Oh, there it is, Jolly!
Oh, well played. Oh, well played again. Rebellion are playing their game now. This is what they want. Controlled Rocket League, no conceding allowed, and eventually they get the goals off the back of superior mechanics, superior efficiency. I think it was better for Redacted when there were goals flying into both ends. I think that suited them more. They need to try and play a bit more loosely, and if that means conceding 2, so you score 3, so be it.
Well, let's see if they can make that happen, because so far from the next kickoff, there's Rebellion again coming forwards, asking all sorts of questions. Talk, though, does go under 1. The Cardinal sim when defending, then LJ's bump. First killer has to stop this ball rolling towards his own goal. Wavy is chasing down first killer and gets him. 2-piece of the shot. I don't mind that at all from 2-piece. Just ask some questions to the goalkeeper. Wavy races Kofa. Kofa almost wins that one cleanly. That I would have minded. I would have been very impressed if Kofa had that pace. Redacted have Talk go into the ceiling. Rebellion at the moment always having a man back, and that's that control you were talking about, Johnny.
Oh, well played first killer. Knew he couldn't get the ball, so he just takes the player out instead. And look at the activity. Getting so much of first killer in this matchup. And that's always a great sign for first killer teams. Because when he's looking good, you know the other team's going to be so worried about him. They might commit too many players to defending him. And now he's got the backup of LJ and Kofa. Definitely a triple threat lineup.
Yeah, there's definitely a blueprint for Rebellion to win LANs. And we're seeing a sign of it now. Such a good performance, this one. Redacted had a couple of half chances after they went 1 goal behind, but apart from that, it's been all Rebellion here on game number 4.
Redacted, what is it now? almost 15 minutes without scoring is the sad truth of affairs. The overtime, as exciting as it was, as tense as it was, it didn't feature any goals from them, and neither does this game.
Talk pushes that one to the side. Not going to be enough, though. Oh, it is actually, because LJ's missed that one. Can Talk make the most of it, not this time. First killer was waiting out to help him. Has some boost in the tank as well. Wants to dunk two-piece, tries to. Wavy gets it high. Kofa dives in there and misses, but again, keeping the pressure on Redacted, making sure they're not taking their time defensively, which I thought Rebellion would have been saying they're able to do too often. Lovely 1-2 there. Lovely passing play from Rebellion, beginning to pull away in the fourth.
They are. They're playing their style, and Redacted have not been able to stop them in this game from exerting their style of play and insisting that that's how we're going to play this game. It's just exactly what Rebellion want. We talked about it earlier. Even when they're winning a game, they're conceding a lot. They don't like that. They want to win with clean sheets. That's their play style that dominated the grand final yesterday. But they're starting to look more and more like potentially the favorite to win this whole thing. Redacted beat NIP, who played KC close. Rebellion are now beating Redacted. They could be the favorites to win and win a spot for NA, an extra major spot.
No
my
way.
goodness.
Oh, that would have been sublime. Wavy couldn't quite get it on target. They still might be two-piece, a little bit too behind. They're playing too fast even for their own good. One more infield pass. Maybe this is the one. A masterclass in recycling possession.
And what a shot as well. Wavy, mid to Talk, and Talk does not hit the post, does not hit the crossbar. He slots it to perfection. Redacted break the deadlock. They finally get the goal. The drought is over, but they need one more.
Just say Rebellion control this. From the kickoff, first killer has it cleanly. Two-piece sends it high. Redacted going to throw everything at this for 20 seconds. LJ up against Talk. It's going to fall to Wavy. He tries to find Talk, but he's gone back down the other end. First killer almost punched it home. With 10 seconds left, Rebellion have control.
And first killer's slowing the game down. He's just letting the clock win the match for them. 4 seconds to go. They can back pass this, and it's a guaranteed win. There's no pressure in the midfield, but now look at that wide position again. Being used by Redacted. First killer cuts off the pass, but Wavy's got a chance to keep it up, and he does. It's awkward, but it's in the air.
He keeps it over the boost as well. Gets the 100. Kofa can only send it high. That's danger. Two-piece is almost there, but he's not quite.
And the EU 5 through 8 seed, or maybe even the 2 through 8 seed, will be an absolute bloodbath.
If they can keep up this level of precision, you know, keep timing their passing plays this well, if their shooting remains this good, then I'd still say Carmine Call. But Rebellion are closer. Rebellion are getting closer and closer, and they are certainly capable of taking down first Redacted and then either SSG or KC.
Yeah, SSG have yet to show us that level in a final. They looked unbelievable against Vitality today. But Rebellion look like the team to beat at the moment. Redacted have got their work cut out for them. It's Cofort dancing in the box, looking for chain resets from point-blank range.
Redacted as well on their third series of the day compared to Rebellion's first. So potentially fatigue starting to come into play. But this is where potential champions are made, Redacted. Rebellion not rushing into anything. Not going to get itchy about winning the series, but they are going to have to win it still. Maybe that's the jolt in the arm.
Oh, that is just disgusting out of two-piece. Look at the use of power slide to keep the momentum going, and he's up in the air so quickly with a perfect read. And just the no-look double fist bump as well. As a cherry on top.
Redacted have their lead. Game 5, they are not going to go away quietly. Kofa gets a flip reset straight from the off. Wants to get a second touch, trying to manipulate that ball, begging it to go into the back of the net, but it's not going to happen. It's too slow. And RJ's going for a bump. I like the change in mind there from Rebellion. Definitely seems to be the continuation of the plan. First killer now is having a nibble as he goes along. What it means is that first killer gets full control of the ball. That's happening all too often for Redacted, even though they have this lead from a wonder goal. It's less replicable now than it was, because that is relying on big mechanical plays.
And so he's already scored one insane sidewall skim today. This one didn't have enough pace in the setup for him to go for it again. They're all just scoring wonder goals, aren't they? The whole squad have shown up and put some of their best highlight reel goals on the pitch when it matters most. But it still doesn't feel enough. We still need a little bit more from Redacted, because Rebellion are just that good.
Yeah, if Redacted can score the next goal, I might start to believe there's something here for them. For now, I get the sense that Rebellion are eventually going to get a goal. You know, it doesn't seem like a clean sheet performance here, but Wavy almost does double up. And that's a good dunk there from Torque. Does he have a teammate behind him? Redacted have nobody with boost there to get the next touch. Kofa tries to get the dunk on Redacted. Rebellion, you know, no hint, no danger of rushing this and trying to force the issue, even though they're 1 goal down.
Oh, good reflex by Two Piece, but Kofa might have this saved by the recovering Talk. Just over half the game to go. And Rebellion will feel like it's coming. As long as it's just that 1 goal difference, like you mentioned. And that could be it. Kofa buries it again. He has been such a good finisher for Rebellion in their game wins today.
Yeah, that is not an easy finish by any means as well. All 3 Redacted players chasing that ball, but Kofa connects too well for them to get it. And he does put Rebellion back in this game. And they have weathered an impossible seeming storm at times, Rebellion. Will the waters get choppy again? Will First Killer allow them to? Here he goes to the ceiling. LJ in the middle. Wants to get the pass to LJ. It's a little bit high and bouncy. So all LJ can do is get it high again. Keep the ball slow and loopy in the Redacted half. That's good from First Killer. Pass a couple of them with 1 simple touch. First Killer then lands and makes more awkwardness for Redacted in the corner. Gonna fall to Kofa, who's just waiting to pounce. Pushes to the side, but that's good patience from Wavy.
Oh, nice handoff as well. Just leaving it for Talk, who did have more boost and a better angle to attack with. It's not amounted to much. First Killer with the bump in offense. Saved by Talk. They sent 2, but now Kofa this time. He can't hit the target.
But he shouldn't be given that much time and space, though. Kofa had an almighty run up at that one. Triple jumps towards the ball. Couldn't quite put it on target because the Redacted goalkeeper, all he could do was stay still. Here's Kofa again, time and space. Huge flick, almighty. Then gets the next touch. Side to side in front of the Redacted goal. Playing the game laterally right now, a Rebellion. It stays at 1-1. Redacted will be happy about that. They've lost their lead. What they haven't done is collapse. They haven't given up. They haven't given the game to Rebellion just yet.
Yeah, is it going to be 1 more game? Can Redacted keep the Cinderella run alive? They've come so close. The losses have all been competitive, but they are all still losses. Rebellion do still have 3 game wins in a row and all the momentum. Timeout used for Redacted as well. I mean, everything's against them right now. Do they still believe that it's possible? Do you still believe that it's possible?
I certainly do, and I think any Rebellion fans will think that it's possible for Redacted to win this series from here. That much is true. Two Piece waits. Kofa isn't going to let him wait. Look, huge bump on First Killer, but there's no one there with any boost for Redacted. And what it looked like they were going to be countering. Suddenly they're in jeopardy themselves. Kofa, 1 touch, 2 touch, steals some boost yet again. Rebellion not letting them walk this one to overtime. Want to win it now, want to win it here. Nearly do, but it's saved by Two Piece.
That's just so cheeky by FK, disguising the reset till the last second. Redacted kept him out, 15 seconds to go. They need a hard clear, they need something, and there it is from Talk.
Yeah, good stuff there from Talk, important. Redacted would bite your hand off for overtime right now. 4 seconds left, looks like we're gonna have 1 more chance for Rebellion. Two Piece has to keep it high, First Killer waiting, Kofa is there. Goes high himself, this could be dangerous. There's anyone for Redacted there on the ball, nearly. Two Piece pushes it upwards. LJ clears long. Is anyone for Redacted gonna be able to attack that one? No, they're not. Rebellion go 1 goal away from the grand finals of the kickoff gauntlet.
The first chance is going to be Redacted. The First Killer takes it away from Wavy. Two Piece has to be careful here. Kofa's bumped him. LJ's coming in. This is not looking good for Redacted in the opening seconds of overtime.
Yeah, Rebellion, all of them got pretty much 100 boosts. Redacted is searching for the boost pad, seeing what they can pick up. Kofa uses his to force Talk to send it high. LJ, he doesn't get the second touch though. Wavy has Talk in front of him. This is similar to the goal that LJ scored earlier on for Rebellion. Coming from the ceiling, falling down and just teeing up a teammate. Earlier on it was First Killer. Redacted couldn't quite do it the same way LJ could, but Redacted do break through the lines though. They've survived that early wave of attack from Rebellion. Can they build upon that in this overtime?
I like that LJ's left that. He didn't want to get a skim on it and send it faster back into his own half. First Killer threatening it again. Redacted have to be so careful. Any of these bumps could leave their net wide open. Need to be there for each other in defense. And they're not. It's going to be FK. He is just simply too good. Redacted with a brave performance but the result is the same.
You know what, Cole? That's exactly what I plan to do as they make their way to the grand finals. I have First Killer here with me with Shopify Rebellion. Congratulations on the win, first off.
Thank you.
For you, I want to ask, obviously you guys took the dub yesterday when it comes to the regional, and that is technically a LAN win. Are you counting that, or are you going to say today has to be the one to get a LAN win?
No, I'm counting us today. I need it to be international.
Cool. I feel that. I think that's the right way to go here. But you guys are looking good. You look like you're on the path towards that. I was talking right before to Coach Violent Panda. He was saying that you guys came in with a new game plan, made some changes. Were you confident in those changes right away? Were you hesitant? You're like, okay, I don't know if it's going to work. Now we do. What was the thought process with any of those changes coming in today for you?
I knew that it would work if we. I can't really say too much, but if we just did it properly, I know it's easier said than done. But if we just stuck to the game plan, I guess it would work, because theoretically it was just a good place.
Yeah. No. So I guess looking into it, did you feel like, okay, that was easier than I thought once it? Because it looked like you guys had control. I mean, of course, Redacted was fighting back, but do you feel now confident going into the grand finals with that playstyle?
Yeah, I think it works really well, and we're really confident with it. We're comfortable, so I think, yeah, I'm confident going into the finals.
And just to talk to your opponents now that they're eliminated too, I think they've got a lot of fans on their sides now. Playing against them, being on field, how do you feel these guys are going to fare going forward in the region and potential international competition?
I think they're going to be really good. Honestly, they've impressed me a lot since I played them in the Cash Cup, and then we beat them twice. But since then, they've improved a lot, and they seem to keep improving. And I'm honestly excited to see what they can do. And I'm proud that they're repping NA.
Yeah. It's been great to watch, but of course you're in grand finals. You're waiting on your opponents. I want to get some thoughts early on in that. Who do you want it to be between the two potentials? Most people think it's going to be K-Corp, but who would you rather have in that grand final to give you the best chance for that LAN win?
Honestly, I think it doesn't really matter.
No.
I think that if we just play our game, we can be the best, and I'm just going to stick to that.
Fair enough. You did in this game, and you won it, so I have to say good luck in the grand finals. Hopefully you can get that dub.
Thank you.